Hello my sirs, mateys, and ladies out there. How's it going? It's Brad Whelan, also known as Jimmy J57, and welcome back to another GTA 5 video. Now just today, we got an exciting trailer from Rockstar about the new GTA Online update called Smuggler's Run. Now, unfortunately, it's no Tuners and Outlaws, but it is pretty cool because it is coming out next Tuesday. That's August 29th, so very soon, so you guys better get on the grind. Now today we're going to be breaking down that trailer. It was only a minute long, but between the trailer and the Newswire post that Rockstar posted, we got a lot of information, and I got a lot of stuff to talk to you guys about. Now, unfortunately, I can't show you guys the actual trailer because, you know, Take-Two Interactive would be up my ass about that. So if you want to see the actual trailer, link is in the description. You know, it's a quick minute if you want to preview that quick, and then come back here and see all the explanations in depth that we're going to be going into this trailer. So let's get started. Let's go right into this. Now, what is the premise of this update? It's going to be kind of similar to the trend that we've been following with, you know, the CEO, the motorcycle club, the bunkers, how we're kind of just delivering cargo or buying and selling cargo, that kind of thing. But this time it's going to be focused on the skies. We're going to be focusing on aircraft. We're going to be focusing on delivering through the air, you know, fighting off people in the air, all that awesome stuff. So the first thing that this update includes is new properties. That's right. So we're going to be getting some hangars, similar to, you know, the bunkers, that kind of thing. We're going to be getting some new hangars to store all these new aircraft in. Now, I can only imagine there's only going to be a few places in the map where these hangars can be. Ellis International Airport for one, and then probably the two landing strips up in Sandy Shores. We don't have any clue where the hangars are going to be, but I'm assuming those three locations are just logical choices. Now, next, you're going to be able to store your aircraft inside the hangar. Now, we've seen pictures of all the new aircraft in the hangar, as well as some of the old aircraft that have been in the game that have been previously Pegasus vehicles, like the Titan and the Luxor. I've also seen in the hangar, so I'm not sure how that's going to work. If, you know, your Pegasus vehicles are just going to get shifted into your hangar, if you can kind of convert them into personal vehicles, sort of, to use for these missions. I'm not sure how that's going to work. But the next thing that your hangar has is you're going to be able to customize these planes, which is actually really awesome. So I'm assuming it's going to be similar to how the bunker was set up with the MOC and the anti-aircraft trailer, where you kind of walk up to your mechanic and you can use him to pick a plane, put some colors on it, put some liveries. I doubt there's going to be any modifications for the planes. You may be able to change the weapons that are on it. They might bring back some sort of research component where you have to research better weapons for the planes. I'm not sure they're going to do that, but definitely there's going to be customizing in some sort of aspect. Now let's move on to all the new aircraft. There's so many new aircraft. There's a ton new planes, there's 2 new helicopters, and there's 2 old aircraft from single player that they're bringing into online that are going to be playable in online. So let's get right into them. Now, there's no names yet for any of the aircraft, so just to keep it straight, you know, between all of us, I named them all so we can, you know, kind of talk about them and know what each other's talking about. So the first plane on our list is the Bomber. Now this one, as you can see, has a gunner on top, as well as it has a trapdoor underneath where you can actually release a bombing run, which is going to be crazy. Now this plane actually, you know, I'm a little bit concerned about this, because if you're in a busy lobby, can people use this in free mode is my question. Or if there's going to be some sort of, you know, ammo cap on the bombs, or if, you know, maybe this plane can only be used in missions, or the bombing feature can only be used in missions. Hopefully something like that, because I don't want to be scared to drive around out in like a 30-person lobby, because there's like 5 of these bombers flying around Los Santos. So I'm hoping Rockstar builds into some sort of safety feature into that plane with the bombing regard, because I feel like that's a lot. That's a lot going on, you know what I mean? Anyway, next we have the Ace, which is probably going to be the new fastest plane in the game. Looks very fast and maneuverable, has a jet engine, probably going to give the Bezra a good run for its money. Now, this one can fire missiles, as well as it can probably toggle between a machine gun as well. In the trailer, I didn't see any machine gun gameplay with this plane specifically, but I imagine, similar to some of the other military planes, that it will be able to do both. You know, machine guns just seem pretty standard at this point. Now, the next plane is called the Daredevil. Now, this one also fast and maneuverable, similar to the Ace, but this one has a propeller on it. So that's why I feel like this plane is going to be a lot cheaper than the Ace is. It'll probably be kind of your go-to if you don't have as much money, but you still want an awesome, fast, maneuverable plane that has missiles and machine guns confirmed on this plane. You can see in the gameplay has both those weapons on there. So very cool. The Daredevil and the Ace will be your go-to fast planes, fast and maneuverable for some awesome dogfights. Now next, we have the cargo plane. This has an underbelly gunner on it, as well as it possibly could have a top gunner on it as well. You can't really see too well in the trailer, it's very quick, but you can actually see a small little bump above, similar to how the, the swiveling gun below on the belly of the plane looks. So I'm not sure if there's going to be one on the bottom and the top, hopefully, so you can defend yourself from the air. I feel like this plane's going to work similar to how the MOC works. You can have, the pilot, and then you can have other people in your plane controlling the guns, which is pretty cool as, kind of a team activity to be able to deliver, cargo using this awesome cargo plane. Now, next, we have what I like to call the Big Bertha. Now, this one, from what I can see, only has machine guns out the nose. We didn't really get any gameplay of it. We just saw this quick pick inside the hangar. But it definitely has machine guns coming out the nose of the plane, and other than that, I can't tell if there's any other guns on it. So this is probably going to be used mainly for transporting loot, and then you're going to have other people in your fleet, your air fleet, to defend you with, better equipped planes, because this isn't going to be able to defend itself too well, but it's probably going to be something that's going to be used a lot to actually transport the loot. Now, moving into the helicopters, we have the Apache V2, is what I call it, because obviously we already have the Savage in online, which is an Apache helicopter. So I called this one the Apache V2 because this one actually is a little bit different. It can have two riders, so you can see from this point of view here that there's actually a rider in front of, the person looking. So I feel like one rider is going to be able to fly the helicopter, and the other one's going to be able to use the guns, or maybe the person flying it can only use one set of guns, and the other person can use another. So you can kind of distribute the control and have someone focusing on driving more than, shooting someone down, and the other person can help shoot people down. All that fun kind of stuff. It looks like a fun helicopter with lots of guns and missiles on it. Now, next we have the Peewee, which is similar to the Sparrow or the Little Willie from Vice City. If you guys remember any of those helicopters, that's a throwback and a half right there. But it's more of like a personal little chopper. It's going to be very quick and maneuverable. Probably just one person can fit inside it. It can also deliver cargo. It can hold crates. We saw in the trailer, it actually drops a crate down in some sort of delivery location. But it also has a minigun mounted on the bottom of it. So you're not just a sitting duck there. You will actually have a gun on there to defend yourself or to be able to take people out if needed. Now, we also have this little glider. It's a weird ass little aircraft. It doesn't look like it has any weapons on it, but it looks like a lot of fun. You're just, skirting along in this little glider. It's probably very small, very maneuverable, so I imagine you're going to be fitting through small places that other aircraft can't. That's probably your huge advantage right there, so that you can weave through, any obstacles that you need to, and you can, get away from the other aircraft. But it looks like a lot of fun, this little, glider thing. Hopefully it'll be pretty cheap. Hopefully everyone can have them, and we can just, fly around online, just having a good time with these little gliders. Now, the next two aircraft we have are in single player already, but there is gameplay of them in this trailer, so I'm hoping that they're going to be moved into GTA Online and we can actually use them there. So that, what I'm talking about is the Skylift and the large cargo plane. Now, I don't imagine the large cargo plane you're going to be able to fit inside your hangar. It is very large, but hopefully these two vehicles can actually be playable in, in some missions and that kind of stuff, because I haven't used them since single player, but they are some very cool vehicles that would be cool to use again. Now, that concludes all the aircraft, but hold up, we are not done yet. Rockstar didn't just stop there with this update. They got some more fun for us on the road. So, here's what else they got for us. We got a new racing mode, and this one trumps any other racing mode there is. We already had stunt races, we had special vehicle races with the Rocket Voltic, the Ruiner 2000, all that fun stuff. This one just kind of combines them all together in one crazy clusterfuck race mode. Basically, how this race mode is going to work is we're going to be able to switch from land to water to air, or any crazy order that you can think of during the race. There's going to be these special checkpoints, as you can see right here. When you hit them, it'll actually switch the vehicle that you're in to, whatever vehicle corresponds to that next portion of the race, which is actually really awesome. So I assume it's going to work kind of how races already work. When you start the race, you pick your vehicle, but this time you're going to pick, 3 different vehicles or 2 different vehicles. However many vehicles you need to complete this race, you're going to, pick your favorite supercar, pick your favorite boat, pick your favorite plane, and then start up your race. And when you hit these checkpoints, it'll switch you into that new vehicle and you'll be ready to go for that next leg of the race. So that actually sounds very cool. It looks like they can be combined with, stunt race obstacles and objects and that kind of stuff. So I feel like these races are going to be very cool once the community gets their hands on it and people make some really awesome custom races. Now, the last thing, Rockstar was very sneaky about this, and I imagine a lot of people missed it. Now, this is just at the bottom of their Newswire post with this trailer. They included like one sentence that said there's going to be some new four-wheeled vehicles in the game as well. So this update isn't just about the aircraft. There's going to be some new cars or trucks, could be trucks as well, added into the game. Now, I don't know what this is going to be, but my first suspicion is that we may be getting a Benny's Warner. Now, hear me out. In the trailer, it's all focused on aircraft, as you can see. There's no other indication towards land vehicles. But the only indication that we have is in this thumbnail of the Smuggler's Run DLC, we have a picture of the Warner. But what I noticed is that you cannot actually customize the Warner like this. I've customized the Warner several times, and you can't actually make it look like that. You can't make it look like those lights. You can't actually get those racing stripes like that. You can get a single stripe down the middle, but you can't get the racing stripes quite like that. So that's what made me think that we might be getting a Benny's Warner, because those might actually be mods and liveries and stuff that you can actually put on the Warner once we get it into Benny's, which I think would actually be very cool. Now, just speculation, I don't know anything about it. That's the only lead I have. Other than that, we have no indication of what kind of four-wheeled vehicles we might have added into the game. We will just have to wait till next Tuesday to see that awesome stuff, because it is nice and close, less than a week away. So you guys better get on the grind. I know I'm gonna have to, because we gotta get some money flowing in this place, because it's gonna be an expensive update. Planes are not cheap. They're all probably gonna be over millions of dollars, so I'm just hoping Rockstar blesses us with some sort of sale or double money, something like that. Anyways, that concludes this video. If you guys enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. And remember to share this video with your friends. You just got a whole bunch of knowledge about this next DLC that's coming out. Drop some knowledge on them. Shoot them a link. Let them know all this awesome stuff. The trailer was only a minute long, and I turned this into, you know, over an 11-minute video. We're probably going to shoot for 12 and a half minutes here, because there was just so much stuff to break down about this video. It all went by so quickly. So if you guys, you know, didn't catch it the first time, I hope I brought some of this, you know, information to your attention. And other than that, leave a comment down below what you guys think about this update. Do you think it's going to be awesome? Do you think it's going to be way too expensive? Are you worried because you're broke as fuck and it's just, you know, this one's going to bankrupt you? Just let me know down in the comment section below. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, have a good day.